Time for West Virginia Miners Baseball on 560 WJLS and WJLSAM.com. Today's game is being brought to you by
Visit Southern West Virginia, Honey Baked Ham, Reedy Construction, Whittington Fence Company, Wooten and Davis, Effie's IV Service, Beckley Exhibition Coal Mine, Raleigh County Commission on Aging, Raleigh County Memorial Airport, Grand Home Furnishings, Meadowbridge Drive-In, Steve New Attorney Law, Mountaineer Automotive Mitsubishi, Hess, Stewart and Campbell, Mountaineer Automotive Ford, Modley's Heating and Plumbing, West Virginia Beef Industry Council, the West Virginia Miners, Epi's Drug, VJW Printers, Suddenly, West Virginia Regional Highway Safety Program.
Now, let's go live to the stadium with the voice of the West Virginia Miners, Gary Griffith.
There you have our national anthem, and good evening to you back here at Linda K. Epling Stadium. Jerry Griffith along with you here on WJLS. Welcome into the Country Inn and Suites pregame show here on WJLS and on WJLSAM.com. Country Inn and Suites on Harper Road in Beckley, the official host hotel of the West Virginia Miners. I'm going to take a quick break. When I come back, we'll hear from Zach Sterry, the first baseman of the Miners, and then baseball coming up.
And we pray for the Epling family.
You're listening to West Virginia Miners Baseball on 56 WJLS and WJLSAM.com.
Welcome back to the Country Inn and Suites pregame show here on WJLS. Taking time to join me is infielder Zach Sterry of the Miners. Zach, first of all, thank you for taking time to answer a few questions.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Here are your numbers. You're hitting 222, 4 doubles and 7 RBIs. So your numbers are pretty much where I think you want them to be up to this point.
Yeah, I've struggled a little bit. I had a streak about 13 or 14 straight at bats without a hit, and that kind of threw me around a little bit, getting a little frustrated. But after the road trip, I did a little bit better, starting to hit again. So we'll see how things take it now that we're home again.
From an emotional standpoint, when you hit that bases clearing double the other night in Butler, that had to please you.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, after I was going 0 for 13, I had like 18 straight at-bats without a hit. Then I had a double the at-bat before, and then the bases clearing double was a big boost for my morale because that's something I really needed to help me get back on track.
Talking with Zach Sterry, the first baseman for the Miners, it seems you have settled in at first. Now, do you play first base in college?
Yeah, that's my normal position at first, almost every day. Yeah.
And I've been asking everyone up to this point, I'll ask you the same question. What do you hope to accomplish here playing summer baseball?
Just get a lot of ABs and be able to see the balls better. I need to work on facing against left-handed pitchers. That was my weakness in school. Defensively, scooping the ball at first. I didn't scoop as many as I'd like during the school year, so if I can work on that and get back to school better in both those two categories, and I think I'll have a successful junior year.
All right, first baseman Zach Steary taking a few moments here on the Country Inn & Suites pregame show. Hey, Zach, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
I'll be back with baseball after this break.
A visit to southern West Virginia will fill you with many emotions. Awesome views, exhilaration of your mind and body, incredible moments that take your breath away, rejuvenation of your spirit to conquer the next adventure, authentic and natural assets in scenic beauty. Step out of that comfort zone and into reality right here in southern West Virginia. For more information, go to visitwv.com or call 1-800-VISIT-WV.
West Virginia Miners play here on 56 WJLS and WJLSAM.com.
About 10 minutes after 7, that means it's time for a baseball game brought to you by Reedy Construction in Beckley. We built Linda K. Epling Stadium. The umpires tonight, Ricky Thomason has the base. Ricky Thomason has the plate. James Norick is on the bases. The intro of the umpires always brought to you by Beckley Vision Center. Call Doctors Mark or David Holliday at 304-252-1299. On the mound tonight is Cody Artileo out of eastern New Mexico, making his second start for the Miners. Cody into his windup. His pitch to Jordan Godman is a fastball low, and the count is a ball and a strike. Here's your starting lineup for the Chillicothe Paints, brought to you by Songer Insurance. For all your insurance needs, home, auto, and life, give them a call, 304-252-6568. Jordan Godman leading off. And in batting second, it's going to be Grant Miller. Deion Tanzel will hit third. Derek Hugg will hit fourth. Ryan Callahan fifth. Chad Roberts sixth. Hunter Prince seventh. Drew Erie eighth. And Matt Eppers rounds out the lineup. Swing and a miss. There's a strikeout brought to you by United Bank, where you never will strike out when you open an account at United Bank. It brings up Grant Miller. On the mound, Cody Artileo for the West Virginia Miners tonight. As I said, Cody pitches at eastern New Mexico. He's from Thornton, Colorado, 6'3", 230, right-hander. In fact, he's going to be a graduate student at eastern New Mexico in the fall in communications. Fastball across, and the count 0-1. Defensively, Ray Lopez at third. Dimuro is at shortstop. Cal Hernandez at second. Zach Steary at first. Hunter Vansaw in left. Dylan Harvey in center. Justin Paul in right. And the catcher is James Keller for the Miners tonight. Grant Miller, the batter. Grant waiting. And the pitch by Artileo is a fastball out over the plate to Grant Miller, coming in tonight, looking for his first base hit. No, pardon me, I'm looking at someone else. Sorry about that, Grant. Grant actually hit him 467. Whoops, wrong guy on the roster. Fouled back. First base side, 2 strikes on Grant. Miller is from Bay City, Michigan. Plays at Western Michigan University. They always get a lot of players from Western Michigan on this Chillicothe team. Watch out. There's a pitch, it hits Miller up on the helmet. He's okay, thank goodness. You never, ever like to see that. He'll take first base.
It'll be the shortstop.
And it's going to bring up the shortstop, Deion Tanzel, who was simply a pain in the neck when these teams met in the first game of the season. That evening, Deion went 3 for 4 and reached base 5 times. He had 3 singles that night, 2 stolen bases. He scored a run. He was hit by a pitch, and he reached on an error. I always have a hard time saying that word, error. Well, here is Deion. plays at the University of Toledo. That's in the MAC, the Mid-America Conference. Fastball outside, ball one to Dion Tanzel. Dion waiting, and the pitch. And that's low to make the count 2-0 on Dion Tanzel. Tanzel waits, fastball across, and the count 2-1. Two-one count on Dion as Artuleo sets a pitch. A bouncer, foul, first base side. Two-two count here on Dion Tanzel. Derek Hugg is waiting on deck. The pitch looped into right field. They can't keep this man off the bases. Stopping at second is Grant Miller. Dion Tanzel has been on base against the Miners 6 times in 6 at-bats. Now runners at first and second. Here's Derek Hugg.
It'll be the right fielder, number 32, Derek Hugg.
Derek batting .320, 1 home run, 1 run driven in. He was not with the team when the Miners opened up against Chillicothe last week. Hugg is a junior at Heidelberg University, left-handed batter. The pitch, and it's a fastball on the outside corner, strike one. The Miners opened the season beat Chillicothe 7-2. That was on the 27th of May. 9 games ago. The Miners are 6-3, by the way. The pitch is in there. Fastball. And a count 0-2 on Derek Hugg. Derek waits, and here's the pitch. Just a little bit off the plate. Outfield straightaway. 325 down the lines here at Linda K. Epling Stadium. 400 feet to center field. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. A double play would help out West Virginia. The pitch, a bouncer to the second baseman, Hernandez. He flips to second, makes a bad throw. Everyone is safe, and that's going to be an error on Cal. Chillicothe has the bases loaded.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 8, Ryan Callahan.
And it brings up Ryan Callahan. They are loaded for Callahan. And he swings and misses at a fastball. The count 0-1. First time these teams met, Callahan went 1 for 4 and drove in a run, and here he is with the bases loaded. Grant Miller is at third. Dion Tanzel is at second. And Derek Hugg is at first. Artuleo from the wind-up, the pitch. Swung on, a fly ball. The right fielder, Paul, a little bit toward center. Tagging at third. Grant Miller, the throw up the third base line. Miller scores. It's 1-0. Chillicothe, a sac fly to right field by Callahan, his second RBI against the minors this season. The other runners tag, so over to third goes Deion Tanzel, and into second is Derek Hugg. Grant Miller scores, so here in the top of the first, a hit batsman,
number 15, Chad Roberts.
a single, and an error. Now a sac fly, and it's 1-0. 2 outs. The batter, Chad Roberts. Chad batting .265 with 2 runs driven in. The pitch to Roberts. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Deion Tanzel will score, rounding third. Here comes Derek Hugg. The throw, it's late. Now the throw down to second. That's late, so Roberts winds up at second. But a single and 2 RBIs for Chad Roberts, and Chillicothe jumps out to a 3-0 lead. And it brings up the number 7 hitter,
number 16, Hunter Prince.
Hunter Prince. Well, that didn't take long, 3-0. The crowd hasn't even settled down. They're still coming into the ballpark. And the batter here is Hunter Prince, bouncing ball up the middle. The shortstop, Euro, to his left, makes the throw and mercifully puts the end to a very productive inning for the Chillicothe Pinks. 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 1 man left. At the end of a half an inning, 3-0 Chillicothe, with more baseball coming up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if I can direct your attention down here to our Miners fan cave. We have Rodney Trezick and Shane Mullins that are randomly selected.
Very angry.
You see, Joe keeps putting off
right now, Roger's enjoying some popcorn and nice Coke. Shane's enjoying some Powerade. So if you guys would give them a round of applause for being the Miners fan cave fans of the game.
Heating at 304-253-HELP. And this would make Carol
happy.
More issues than plumbing. Thanks, Ken.
In the world of professional contractors, most construction jobs are relatively small, such as adding a room or an addition to a house, or remodeling a bathroom or kitchen. Reedy Construction in Beckley can handle those jobs, but they also can handle big jobs, such as building a new home, commercial or industrial building, or even a baseball stadium. Reedy Construction in Beckley is locally owned and operated and will work with you to make sure that the job is perfect every time. Contact Kevin Reedy at 304-890-0780. Reedy Construction, West Virginia Contractors number WD-028-993.
Now, back to the action of West Virginia Miners baseball on 56 WJLS and WJLSAM.com.
Here's your starting lineup for the West Virginia Miners tonight, brought to you by Little General Stores. Great prices in convenient places, Little General Stores. And here's the lineup. Dylan Harvey is going to lead off. He'll play in center field. Batting second is second baseman Cal Hernandez. Hitting third, Hunter Vansall. He'll be in left field. Vansall hit a 3-run home run the other night. On the road, Justin Paul will hit in the cleanup spot and play in right field. Zach Steery, the first baseman who we heard from on the Country Inn and Suites pregame interview there, he'll be at first base and hit fifth. Ray Lopez moves over to play at third base. He'll hit sixth. The bottom third of the batting order, Mark DeYoung, the DH tonight, hits seventh. James Keller catches. He hits eighth. And Dom Euro out of the University of Akron. He's going to round out the lineup. And the Miners tonight, they are facing the right-hander Derek Moore. Derek, a sophomore at Shawnee State. Moore 1-0, making his second start of the season. And he climbs up on the pitching surface. Right-hander looks in, and he'll work here to Dylan Harvey. The pitch to Dylan is a fastball low for ball 1. Defensively, Chad Roberts at third, Deion Tanzel at shortstop, Grant Miller at second, Hunter Prince at first, Matt Eppers in left field, Jordan Godman in center field, and Derek Hugg in right. The catcher, Drew Erie. Swing, bouncing ball, fair, foul up the third baseline, says Mr. Ricky Tomlinson. The Miners had this umpiring crew in that series at Butler, Thomason and James Norick. Tomlinson has a play tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count here on Dylan Harvey. The pitch to Dylan. Low for ball 2, 2-1. Dylan hitting .393 with 2 RBIs. Quick 2-game series here tonight and tomorrow afternoon against Chillicothe. Monday is an off day. And then right back over to Butler, Pennsylvania on Tuesday and Wednesday. Swing, ground ball, third baseman Chad Roberts with a high throw, but Hunter Prince sticks with it. Prince uses all of his 6'3" frame to help out. And there's out number 1. It's
now
going to bring up
second baseman out of Dallas Baptist University, number 9,
Mr. Cal Hernandez. And Hernandez will stand in. Cal will go and play. Is that good English? He will attend Dallas Baptist next season and play baseball. He redshirted this year. One of his future teammates, Hunter Van Saul, is on deck. And the breaking ball is in there. Strike 1 to Cal. Mr. Hernandez, left-handed batter. Cal batting .269, has 7 hits and 26 at-bats. A pitch. Breaking ball across the count quickly. Oh and 2. Sorry. To Cal. And a pitch. Breaking ball. Bounced on 2 hops to the shortstop, Dion Tanzel. He makes a throw. Hernandez is retired, and that's out number 2. It's going to bring up Hunter Van Saul, who hit a 3-run home run a couple of nights ago against the Richmond River Rats. Van Saul joined the team when they were on the road in Butler. He had been playing with Dallas Baptist University. They were in the college regionals and got bounced out. And so he joined the team and has made an immediate impact. He fouls off a fastball. Hunter already with 4 hits and 13 at-bats with 1 home run and 4 runs driven in. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the first inning. In a scoreless ball game, the pitch to Hunter. Fouled back. The count goes 0-2 on Van Saul. They came right back up here and hit the press box. The baseball. Not Hunter. The pitch. Fouled off. The count remains 0-2. Saturday evening in Beckley, West Virginia, where the Miners take on the Chillicothe Paints. And of course, I'll have to regale you yet again with my Chillicothe Paints story. Swinging a miss, strike 3. Hunter strikes out on a fastball. 1-2-3. Go the Miners at the end of 1 inning. No score. From the Wooten and Davis Attorneys at Law broadcast booth, this is West Virginia Miners Baseball on 56 WJLS and on WJLSAM.com.
And the West Virginia Miners are teaming up to give away a car this season. One lucky fan picked at random will get the chance to win a 2014 Chevy Cruze. All you have to do is throw a Nerf football through the window of the Chevy Cruze and drive home with the car. That's right, a 2014 Chevy Cruze is up for grabs at each Miners home game this year. Compliments of King Cole Pre-Owned Superstore in Oak Hill. Come to a West Virginia Miners home game this year and you can drive home a winner. No purchase necessary.
When you stay at Country Inn & Suites by Carlson in Beckley, you are convenient to Tamarack, Briar Patch Golf Course, great restaurants, and within minutes of Epling Stadium. Make yourself at home.
To West Virginia Miners Baseball on 56 WJLS and WJLSAM.com.
The live read of tonight's game on 56 WJLSAM.com is presented by Visit Southern West Virginia. Check them out online at visitwv.com. Don't have to tell everyone in West Virginia what the WV stands for, but I'm not from West Virginia, so I always have to go, that's right, West Virginia. No score, on to the second. And it's going to be Drew Erie to lead off. He breaks his bat. One hops it back to the pitcher, Artileo. He throws out Drew, and there's out number 1. It will bring up Matt Eppers, the left fielder for the Chillicothe Paints. First time these teams played. Eppers went 2 for 5 and scored a run. The Paints and the Miners opened the season playing each other on May 27th. West Virginia won that night 7-2. Kind of an odd one-game opening game. There's a lot of that in this Prospect League where teams play one game against somebody else, of course. 0-1 they count on this right-handed batter, Matt Eppers. The pitch to Matt. Fastball, and he fouls it back. Eppers at 278 with 1 run driven in. Matt plays his college baseball at Ball State. Tall right-handed batter, 6'3", 190. Really spreads out his batting stance. Cody Artileo, the right-hander, into his windup. The pitch. Line, base hit, 1 hop through the middle, on the right side, I should say, in the middle between the second baseman, Cal Hernandez, and the first baseman, Zach Steery. The number 9 hitter, Matt Eppers, comes through with a base hit. Top of the batting order and up for his second time already. Here is Jordan Godman. Not Goodman, but Godman. Godman struck out to begin the ball game, but then his teammates came through with 3 runs in the first inning. The pitch to Godman, ground ball right to Hernandez at second, flips to Euro on to Sterry, 4-6-3 double play, and that's it. On to the bottom half of the second inning, still 3-0 Chillicothe.
The Beckley Exhibition Coal Mine is the heart of Beckley's New River Park. Take an underground tour of a former working coal mine.
To face right-hander Derek Moore. Moore retired the Miners in order in the first inning. West Virginia coming off a very successful 3-1 road trip.
Number 12, Justin Paul.
Justin stands in. Justin Paul. He is a teammate with his starting pitcher Cody Artileo at Eastern New Mexico. And Justin is ready, stands up. Home runs, 7 runs driven in. He had a bases clearing double in the bottom of the 8th, pardon me, the top of the 8th. A couple of nights ago in Butler. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. Now, Sterry said that one thing that he wants to do during summer ball, or one reason he's playing summer ball, is to face more left-handed pitching. He needs to get used to that. He drives a fastball, base hit, center field. Sterry can hit. Now he's going to try to take second. He thought the throw was going to get away coming in from the center fielder, Jordan Godman, but Godman picks it up, throws to the second baseman, Grant Miller. And
now batting the third baseman.
And Sterry is out. Head coach Tim Epling in the third base coaching box, kind of with his hands on his hips. Pretty much wondering why Zach did that. So there's out number 2. And it brings up Ray Lopez. Ray hit a triple on the recent road trip. Lopez from Virginia Military Institute. Fastball right in there. Strike one on Ray. Ray hitting .222. 1 RBI. The pitch to Lopez. Lined into right field, and it's caught. Coming on, Derek Hugg. He makes a catch, and that retires his side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, no one left since Zach Sterry got caught between first and second base. 2 innings complete, no score with evening descending here in Beckley, West Virginia. I'll be back.
Wooten, Davis, attorneys of law are here for you. Personal injury, criminal, contracts, and estate planning. If you want the attorneys that will go to bat for you, just like the West Virginia Miners, when you need the big hit or the big out, then you want the firm that makes the play in the clutch. That's Wooten, Davis in Beckley. Call 304-255-2188. That's 304-255-2188.
A birthday today.
For 55 years, Effie's Drug has provided fast and friendly prescription service to the Beckley area. Our knowledgeable pharmacists and staff give you personalized attention and answer any questions you may have. Effie's also sells Dr. Comfort diabetic shoes and diabetic supplies. Effie's Drug accepts most insurance plans and offers free citywide prescription delivery. Open 8 to 6 Monday through Friday and 9 to 2 on Saturday. Phone 304-252-6331 for Effie's Drug, your hometown pharmacy on Robert Seaberg Drive in Beckley.
Now, back to the action of West Virginia Miners baseball on 56 WJLS and WJLSAM.com.
West Virginia's Zach Sterry in the bottom of the second singled into center field, and then tried to make it to second. And I checked with my colleagues here in the press box between the innings. Everybody said the same thing. They may have taken their eye off of it for a moment, but it didn't look like the throw missed the cutoff man enough for Zach to try to make it to second. And he actually did make it to second. He was out. So on to the top of the third inning, and it's Grant Miller. Miller was hit by a pitch in the first inning. He eventually came in to score the pitch by Artuleo, and it's a fastball low for ball 1 to the right-handed batter, Grant Miller.
Who has picked up a prize, Cindy Farrell.
Three 3-0, Chillicothe, top of the third. Artuleo, right-hander, is ready. His fastball low, the count 2-0. It has to be tough to be hit in the head, or the helmet, thank goodness, and then come right back up there in your next time at bat. Concentrate the pitch. Ripped in the air, going back. The right fielder, Justin Paul, still going back. He makes a catch. Ball was hit very well by Grant Miller. Justin Paul tracks it. There's out number 2. Same two teams tomorrow afternoon at 2:05. The gates will open at 1 o'clock. I'll be on there at 2. And then Monday is an off day. Here is Deion Tanzel. Deion singled in the first inning and eventually scored on Chad Roberts' single. Deion takes a fastball low. Tanzel has faced, or I should say, he's been or had 6 at-bats against the Miners, and he's reached base 6 times. So he's not the leadoff man tonight, but when he was the leadoff man in that first ball game, he was the consummate leadoff man, reaching base 5 out of 5 at-bats. Here's a 1-1 pitch to Deion. Ground ball up the middle. The shortstop, Euro, to his left. Off-balance throw. In time. Thank you. James Norick with the umpire there. Took a little bit of a time. Finally said, yeah, you're out.
Now batting the right fielder, number 32, Derek Hugg.
Derek Hugg, H-U-G, Hugg, stands in. Derek reached on an error in the first, on the second baseman, Cal Hernandez. 2 outs, nobody on. Artileo trying to work a 1-2-3. Top of the third. Fastball fouled away on the third base side. Strike one to Derek Hugg. Miners scored 3 runs. The Miners, listen to me, Chillicothe scored 3 runs against the Miners in the first inning. And only 1 was earned. Fastball in on the hands of Derek Hugg. He fights it off. The count 0-2 on Derek. Ryan Callahan is on deck. 3-0 Chillicothe. Oh yeah, the Chillicothe Paint story. Why are they called the Paints? Because there is a breed of horse, a paint horse, and they are called the Chillicothe Paints. Just as the Richmond River Rats, there really has not been a rat problem over in Richmond, Indiana. They just took the nickname of an old minor league team. 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 1-2-3 go the Chillicothe Paints. And another strikeout brought to you by United Bank. You will not strike out when you open an account at United Bank. On to the bottom of the third, 3-0 Chillicothe.
For 33 consecutive years, Ford's F-Series trucks have been the nation's #1 selling vehicle. With the new design, the 2015 F-150's fuel economy has increased by 29% simply by trimming the truck's weight by nearly 700 pounds. Right now at Mountaineer Automotive in Beckley, General Manager Keith Tyler invites you to stop in and save hundreds, even thousands of dollars on a new Ford F-150.
With all the construction going on around here, it's simply a mess right now, and we ask you to excuse us while we grow.
Stop by Mountaineer Automotive today and check out the great selection of 2015 Ford F-150 trucks now on the lot. They are newly designed and now constructed with high-strength military-grade aluminum along with a high-strength steel frame. And they come with a 5-star overall safety rating from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. See the selection of 2015 Ford F-150 trucks today at Mountaineer Automotive on North Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. And save on America's best-selling brand.
You're listening to West Virginia Miners Baseball on 56 WJLS and WJLSAM.com.
Fans, we have face painting going on over in the
bottom of the third inning, 3-0 Chillicothe. The Miners will send up Mark DeYoung, James Keller, and Dom Yero to face right-hander Derek Moore. And here comes Mark DeYoung.
The 9th inning, so get your 50-50 ticket.
Mark has been dropped down to the number 7 position. He usually hits a little higher in the batting order. Last night, DeYoung hit 3rd, and that's about where he's been hitting most of the early part of the season. But Tim Epling has DeYoung down in the 7th position tonight. DeYoung, a left-handed batter, he waits. The pitch on the way. Mark swings a bouncer up the middle. The second baseman Miller to his right. And he overruns the ball. That's going to be an error on Grant Miller. First error in the ball game on Chillicothe. West Virginia, their leadoff man on, and it brings up James Keller, the catcher. James went 2 for 4 with a pair of doubles in the first game between these two teams. Keller stands in, right-handed batter. The pitch to James, curveball, outside ball 1. James hitting .313, no home runs, 4 runs driven in. James plays at the University of Mary Washington. Curveball across, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of the third inning. 3-0 Chillicothe. Chillicothe, Ohio. It was the first capital of Ohio. It was also the 3rd capital of Ohio. So I suppose I should find out, well, which town was the 2nd capital? Obviously, you know, capitals have moved around from time to time. 2 balls, 1 strike to count to James. Right-handed batter, the pitch up high, a fastball, 3-1. If Derek Moore walks James Keller, that's going to bring the tying run to home plate. That's Dom Yero. Three-1 the count. Let's see if Mark DeYoung is running. Doesn't look like he is. He's not. The pitch. Fastball on the knees. The count 3-2 now to James Keller. Bottom of the third. It's 3-0 Chillicothe. West Virginia has a runner on, nobody out. Pretty good opportunity to get right back into the ball game. And the look in by Derek Moore. 3-2 pitch. Low. Ball 4. Keller is on with a walk. And it will bring the tying runner to home plate, and it's going to be Dom Yero. Dom has 4 hits and 13 at-bats. He also has already driven in 3 runs. Dom stands in, left-handed batter. His dad, Tony, is here watching the game. Mr. Yero was also over in Butler, Pennsylvania, watching Dom play in those 2 ball games. Yero waits. He plays at the University of Akron. Puts a bunt down, fielded by Derek Moore, the pitcher, on the third base side of the infield. Moore throws to first. The sacrifice bunt executed beautifully by Dom. So James Keller takes second. DeYoung goes to third. West Virginia now has runners at second and third.
The center fielder from WVU.
1 out.
Number 1, Dylan
And it's going to bring up
Harvey.
Dylan Harvey. Dylan grounded out to the third baseman, Chad Roberts, in the bottom of the first. So Dylan is 0 for 1. Harvey with 2 RBIs this season. And here's a chance to add to that total. Curveball, low ball 1. Bottom of the third. 3-0 Chillicothe. The outfield plays Dylan straight away. Harvey waits the pitch. Fastball outside. And a 2-0 count on Dylan. Derek Moore from the stretch. Ground ball deep in the hole to the shortstop, Deion Tanzel. Tanzel with a long throw to first. No chance. Scoring, Mark DeYoung. West Virginia has their first run of the ball game. And that's a hit all the way for Dylan Harvey. That's his 3rd RBI of the season. And now at third base is James Keller. So the tying runner is on.
The second baseman from Dallas
1 out.
University, number 9.
And it brings up Mr. Cal Hernandez. Cal grounded out to the shortstop, Deion Tanzel, in the first inning. So Hernandez is 0 for 1. Runners on the corners, 1 out and a run in. The pitch, a bunt right back to Moore. He fields, drops to his knees, recovers, and throws Hernandez out. So there's out number 2.
It'll be the left fielder.
And
also
down
from
to
Dallas
second
Baptist University, number
goes
32,
Dylan Harvey.
Vansall.
It's going to bring up Hunter Vansall, who struck out swinging on a fastball in the first inning. Hunter stands in, runners at second and third. The tying runner at second base. And here is the pitch to Hunter. Curveball right in there, strike 1. Bottom of the third inning, 3-1 Chillicothe. The Miners have runners at second and third. And the pitch. It's a breaking ball low. One ball, 1 strike, the count to Hunter Vansall, whose last name rhymed with, yes, Vansall, but it's a V. Popped up, shortstop, Tanzel backs up, he makes a catch, that retires the side. The Miners 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 men left. 3-1, that's your score from the Wooten and Davis Attorneys at Law broadcast booth. You're listening to West Virginia Miners Baseball on 56 WJLS and on WJLSAM.com.
Of the D-Day invasion at
Hess, Stewart, and Campbell, certified public accountants, can hit a home run for you and your business. Get your taxes, accounting, and audits done from the pros at Hess, Stewart, and Campbell. CPAs Charlie Cook, Jeff Mullahan, and Todd Robinson will make the right play for you. All you need to do is call them at 304-255-1978. That number, 304-255-1978. And let Hess, Stewart, and Campbell score the winning run for you.
And the rest of you guys that were veterans.
Statistics prove that fencing deters theft. Keep your property safe and sound with a new fence from Whittington Fence Company in Beckley. Whittington installs fencing of all types, from chain link to vinyl, wood, or decorative. And now they design and build custom decks. For fencing or decking, stop by the new showroom of Whittington Fence, Bird Drive across from United Cycle, and check out their selection. Whittington Fence now offers in-house financing. Whittington Fence Company, contractor number WV043705. Experience the Whittington difference.
West Virginia Miners play here on 56 WJLS and WJLSAM.com.
Top of the fourth inning, 3-1 Chillicothe. The Miners picked up a run in the bottom of the third inning, so they are on the scoreboard. You know, this is a very, very historical day. June 6, 1944, D-Day, when the American forces and British forces and many others under the heading of General Eisenhower, especially the American forces, of course, under Eisenhower, went ashore at Normandy. Top of the fourth inning, and it's Ryan Callahan to lead off for the Chillicothe Paints. Callahan stands in. He jumps up under a fastball, hits it in the air to left. Van Saul right shy of the warning track to make the catch. That's out number one. It's going to bring up Chad Roberts. Roberts singled and drove in 2 runs in the first inning. And for the moment, Roberts really is the difference in the game.
Chad Roberts.
It was his hit that drove in 2 runs. And that's the margin of the lead for the Paints. They lead 3-1. The pitch to Chad. Check swing. He went around the count 0-1. Chillicothe in the red uniforms, the red tops, gray pants. West Virginia in the white uniforms, cut-off sleeves and green T-shirts underneath. The pitch, line, base hit, center field. Nice piece of hitting. Roberts took that pitch right up the middle. He's 2 for 2. It brings up Hunter Prince, who grounded out to the shortstop Dom Hierro in the first inning. So Prince is 0 for 1. Hunter stands in. We have a Hunter Prince for the Chillicothe Paints, and the left fielder for West Virginia is Hunter Van Saul.
The first baseman, number 16, Hunter Prince.
1 out, runner at first for the Chillicothe Paints. And the pitch by Cody Artileo, fastball right there on the outside corner, strike 1. Artileo has not given up a walk. He has struck out 2. 2 of the 3 runs unearned in the first inning. Cody works from the stretch. He's ready. The pitch. Fastball low, dug out nicely by James Keller. Miners coming in with a 6-3 record, and coming off a successful 3-1 road trip where they split this series with the Blue Sox, and then they won both games against Richmond. Stretch, 1-1 pitch. Hunter Prince waiting. Artileo taking too much time, so Prince calls time and steps out. Now he stands back in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Artileo pushes off from the first base side of the pitching rubber. The runner breaks. The pitch is fouled away. And the count goes 1-2 on Hunter. Chad Roberts had a pretty good jump at first base. They should be turning the lights on here at Linda K. Epling Stadium pretty soon. The entire field is now bathed in the evening shadows, so they don't have to worry about that, or I should say the hitters. Don't have to pick the baseball coming out of sunshine into shadows. It seems to be what happens so many times. A ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. A bouncer. Might be tough to turn a double play. Euro the short to Hernandez. The throw back to first. In time. I was wrong. 6-3-4 double play. That's going to end the top of the 4th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left for the Chillicothe Paints. More baseball coming up. It's 3-1 Chillicothe.
If they make 1 through the strike zone, they go home a winner.
Saturday, June 6th, Grand Home Furnishings in Beckley will hold its annual Coal Miners and Veterans Appreciation Day. Miners and veterans receive 20% off any one item. All others receive 15% off any one item. The Beckley Exhibition Coal Mine will have displays. The Raleigh County Veterans Museum will bring a World War II Jeep and veterans in uniform of a World War II soldier and 101st Airborne Paratrooper. Bake sale and food on site. Johnny Sampson and the Delivery Boys will perform along with Josh Pollard. That's Saturday, June 6th, Grand Home Furnishings, Industrial Drive, Beckley.
The West Virginia Miners Baseball Club presents the second West Virginia Miners Golf Tournament on Monday, July 6th at the Concourse at Glade Springs Resort. The entry fee for the scramble is $750 per team of 4, which includes green fees, cards, door prizes, gift bags, and dinner. There is also a play with a minor option. For reservations, call 304-253-1996. Check, credit card, and cash accepted. Get your foursome together and play in the second West Virginia Miners Golf Tournament at the Cobb Course at Glade on July 6th.
Now, back to the action of West Virginia Miners baseball on 56 WJLS and WJLSAM.com.
During the break, we were commenting in the press box. I don't think anyone thought the Miners were going to turn that double play, but they did. Very nicely. The shortstop, Dom Euro, unloaded quickly, and the second baseman, Cal Hernandez, spun on a dime and threw on the first to double off Hunter Prince. Bottom of the 4th inning, and for the Miners, it's their leadoff, or the 2 leadoff is their cleanup hitter, Justin Paul. Justin flied out to right field his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Justin stands in. And here we go with the bottom of the 4th inning. Derek Moore into his windup. The pitch is a fastball letter high, strike 1. The live stream of tonight's game on 56WJLSAM.com is presented by Visit Southern West Virginia. Check them out online at visitwv.com. Ground ball, not hit hard, right to second baseman Grant Miller, and he throws out Justin Paul. And there is out number 1. It will bring up Zach Steary, who singled into right center field in the second.
From Oakland University, number
and I think that Zach thought the cutoff throw got past second baseman Grant Miller. It really didn't, and Miller turned and threw to second and had Zach out in plenty of time. So Steary is 1 for 1. The pitch to Zach is a breaking ball across, strike 1. Bottom of the 4th inning, Chillicothe 3 runs, 4 hits. West Virginia 1 run, 2 hits. The outfield is straight away. The pitch to Zach. He fouls off a breaking pitch. The count 0-2. Zach had a very, very big hit Tuesday night in the 8th inning. No, that was Wednesday night against Butler in the 8th inning that drove in 3 runs. Miners won that game 7-3 after being shut out 8-0 on Tuesday night. The pitch outside. The count 1-2 on Zach Steary. West Virginia went on and won both games against the Richmond River Rats. And here they are tonight, opening up against the Chillicothe Paints. The pitch to Zach. In the air to center field, coming on the center fielder. Godman has to trap the ball. That's a base hit, and Steary is 2 for 2 tonight. And this time he stays at first. Here's Ray Lopez. Ray flied out to right field to end the bottom of the second, so he's 0 for 1.
The third baseman, number 7, Ray Lopez.
Coming into tonight's ball game, Ray Lopez, 4 hits and 18 at-bats. One of those a triple. Lopez, right-handed batter, stands in. Ray plays baseball at VMI, Virginia Military Institute. Very historical military school in Lexington, Virginia. First pitch low. Curveball, 1-0 the count. Here to Ray Lopez. One out. Zach Sterry, the runner at first. Snap throw over there. Sterry back in standing. Chillicothe scored 3 runs in the first. West Virginia scored their lone run in the third. But here in the 4th inning, they do have a runner on. And the pitch. Lopez looks a fastball right into the mitt. That's low, the count, 2-0. On Ray Lopez. VMI, they were at one time, I believe, in the Southern Conference. Then they were in the Big South Conference, and now I think they've gone back to the Southern Conference. The pitch to Ray is high for ball 3, a fastball. Now Lopez can afford to take at least 1, perhaps 2, maybe even 3 pitches and try to get the walk, which would then put the tying runner on. But I will guarantee he's going to take this pitch, 3-0 pitch. He does. It's right there in the count, 3-1. Now it sets up a very good count to probably guess a fastball if you're Ray Lopez. Ray waits. The pitch to Ray. It is a fastball. He fouls it off on the first base side. So Derek Moore has recovered from a 3-0 deficit to work the count 3-2 on Ray Lopez. And now Ray waits to stretch the pitch. Lopez swings, ground ball. Shortstop Tanzel, 1 to second. Miller throws to first. No way. Not with Ray Lopez's speed. Ray there on the fielder's choice. The force out at second takes care of Zach Sterry. And it is going to bring up
batting
Mark
for West
DeYoung.
Virginia, that designated hitter out of Judson University, number 26, Mark DeYoung.
DeYoung reached on an error in the third. He's been on. He also has scored the only minors run. He came in to score on the RBI single by Dylan Harvey. And now Mark is the 2-out batter. The pitch to Young. Line caught by the shortstop, Deion Tanzel. And that's going to end the bottom of the 4th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 man left for West Virginia. From the Wooten and Davis Attorneys at Law broadcast booth, this is West Virginia Miners Baseball on 56 WJLS and on WJLSAM.com. On to the 5th, 3-1 Chillicothe.
Relatively small. Adding a room or an addition to a house or remodeling a bathroom or kitchen. Reconstruction in Beckley can handle those jobs, but they also can handle big jobs, such as building a new home, commercial or industrial building, or even a baseball stadium. Reedy Construction in Beckley is locally owned and operated. We'll work with you to make sure that the job is perfect every time. Contact Kevin Reedy at 304-890-0780. Reedy Construction, West Virginia Contractors number WV028993.
Raleigh County Memorial Airport's convenient location, free long-term parking, and personalized service means your travel experience will be hassle and stress-free. With Via Air offering daily flights to and from Charlotte, you can connect worldwide from Beckley. Via Air is currently offering promotional seasonal trips to St. Augustine, Florida. Come fly with us and feel the difference. Whether you're coming or going, you'll be in and out in no time. The Raleigh County Memorial Airport, just minutes from downtown Beckley and surrounding communities.
You're listening to West Virginia Miners Baseball on 56 WJLS and WJLSAM.com.
Ball through the window. That should the Crews do so, and you'll drive it away tonight.
Top of the 5th inning. It's a 3-1 lead by the Chillicothe Paints.
West Virginia.
And for the Paints here in the top of the 5th inning, it will be their 8, 9, and 1 hitters.
At the plate, number 10.
And here's Drew Erie, the catcher, to lead it all. Drew plays baseball at the University of Tennessee at Martin, which is in Martin, Tennessee, way out in the western part of that state. Here's the pitch to Drew. Fastball, low ball 1. Erie played for the Chillicothe Paints last season. Tonight, Drew 0 for 1 with a tapper back to the mound in the 2nd inning. The pitch by Cody Artaleo. Fastball low and inside, and the count 2-0. There is a right-hander warming up in the Miners bullpen as Artaleo has worked his way here into the 5th inning. The right-hander is James Dubé. 2-0 pitch to Drew Erie. Fastball a little bit inside. The count 3-0. Cody Artaleo has not given up a walk tonight, but he has worked a 3-0 count now to Drew. And Artuleo winds a pitch to Erie. Ball 4. So Drew Erie walks on 4 pitches to begin the top of the 5th inning. Chillicothe with their leadoff man on, and it brings up the number 9 hitter,
now batting the
left fielder Matt Eppers.
35, Matt Eppers.
Matt singled in the second. He's 1 for 1. And Eppers stands in. Eppers waits, stretch, and the pitch. He squares the bunt up the first base line. Artuleo will make the play. He'll throw to first. Sacrifice bunt by Eppers. In the second goes Mr. Drew Erie. So that now the Chillicothe Paints have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Top of the batting order, and James Godman.
Fielder number 37, Jordan Godman.
Pardon me, Jordan Godman. Godman has struck out and grounded into a double play. Godman with 3 RBIs this season. And he waits a pitch by Cody. Godman takes low, fastball, ball 1. Godwin, excuse me. No, I'm wrong again. It's Godman. I was looking at there's a good one on the roster, but this is Godwin. Jordan is from Las Vegas. He plays at Colorado State Pueblo. They come a long way to play this game. Speaking of going a distance, not a long way, is head coach Tim Epling from the third base dugout for West Virginia to the mound. He calls out the catcher, James Keller. I'm sure Tim would like to see Artuleo get through the 5th in case the Miners were to rally in the bottom of the 5th and take the lead. Then Cody would be available for the win. Right now, he's only qualified to take the loss, or is qualified to take the loss. Tim will stay with his starting pitcher, Cody Artuleo. Tim walks back to the third base dugout. Top of the 5th inning, 3-1 Chillicothe. The Paints scored their 3 runs in the first inning. Here in the top of the 5th, they have a runner at second. 1 down, and a 2-0 count on Jordan Godman. Godman waits, left-handed batter, the pitch. Fly ball, not hit very deep. The left fielder, Hunter Vansall, is in. He has it. That's out number 2, and the batter is going to be Grant Miller. Grant
It'll be the second baseman, number
was
5,
hit
Grant
in the
Miller.
helmet in the first inning. And then he flied out to right field in the 3rd. Artuleo ready his pitch to Grant. Fastball right down the middle, strike 1. Chillicothe 3 runs and 4 hits. West Virginia 1 run, 3 hits. 2 outs, and the runner at second is Drew Erie. The pitch here is inside. The count, a ball and a strike to Grant Miller. James Dubé is warming up in West Virginia's bullpen if he's called upon. Here is a 1-1 pitch by Artuleo. Slider, strike 2, and the count 1-2 to Grant. Cody Artuleo has struck out 2 tonight. He's only given up 1 earned run, 1 walk, and he has scattered 4 base hits. Cody from the stretch, 1-2 pitch to Grant. Low and a good block. Good stop by James Keller. It was in the dirt. 2-2 the count. The outfield plays Miller straight away. Evening is upon us in Beckley, and I expect the lights to come on any moment at the stadium. The pitch on the way to Miller. fouled up into the crowd on the first base side. Actually, that clears the bleachers. It's going to get out into the parking lot. 2-2. 2 outs, a runner at second. Chillicothe with a 3-1 lead. And Artaleo looking in. Cody ready, right-hander sets. 2-2 pitch again to Grant Miller. Off the plate, but not by much. Very close. First full count that Cody Artaleo has worked. And I think Cody thought he had a call, third strike. Now, if Miller reaches, then Deion Tansel was on deck, and he would come up with runners at first and second. Drew Erie takes his lead at second. And the 3-2 pitch to Grant Miller. Popped up, right side. First baseman Sterry is over, and it's out of play. There is as much foul territory here at Linda K. Epling Stadium as any stadium in the Prospect League. But even with that, there was no room there for Sterry to make that play. 3-2 count on the 2-out batter, Grant Miller. Grant waiting. Stretch the pitch, and Miller again fouls a fastball back on the first base side. A good at-bat here by Grant. Miller plays college baseball at Western Michigan. They are called the Broncos. Hunter Prince, who is also in the lineup tonight for the Chillicothe Paints. Hunter plays baseball at Western Michigan also. And there's a third player, Tanner Allison, on the roster. He plays at Western Michigan. 3-2 count to Grant Miller. The pitch. Ground ball, shortstop Dom Hierro has it. He plants, he throws, and the inning is over. No runs, hits, errors, and 1 man left. On to the bottom half of the 5th inning. It's still 3-1 Chillicothe.
If you or a loved one have a serious personal injury or wrongful death claim, contact the law office of Stephen New immediately. I'm Amanda Gardner, an attorney here at the law office of Stephen New. I used to represent insurance companies. I know how they evaluate personal injury and wrongful death claims. Let me put that knowledge to work for you. The law office of Stephen New. Why we do what we do.
Call Stephen New at 304-250-6017.
Honey Baked Ham in the Beckley Bypass Plaza has a delicious picnic pack for the entire family. Great mouth-watering ham, plus potato salad, macaroni salad, baked beans. Try a Honey Baked Ham box lunch. And with your busy schedule, let Honey Baked Ham bring your lunch to your office. Honey Baked Ham has you covered with family reunions, showers, bereavement dinners, or just lunch. Honey Baked Ham in the Beckley Bypass Plaza. Call 304-253-3321.
West Virginia Miners play here on 56 WJLS and WJLSAM.com.
Halfway through the ball game, on to the bottom of the 5th inning. Chillicothe leads West Virginia 3-1.
West Virginia from the University of Maryland.
The Chillicothe Paints scored all 3 of their runs in the first inning, and the Miners scored their run in the 3rd inning. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning for West Virginia, it will be their 8, 9, and 1 hitters, James Keller, Dom Hierro, and then the top of the batting order, and Dylan Harvey. James Keller stands in. James walked in the 3rd. Miners down by 2 runs. Both starting pitchers still in the ball game. Here's the pitch by Derek Moore. Breaking ball, a curve, strike 1 to James Keller. The outfield plays James straight away. And the pitch. Curveball fouled back. 2 quick strikes on James. Chillicothe leads this game 3-1. The Miners beat Chillicothe 7-2 in the season opener on May 27th. Fastball high, the count 1 ball, 2 strikes on James Keller. They have just turned the lights on at Linda K. Epling Stadium. 1-2 pitch. Curveball low, the count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kind of a quiet crowd, but a pretty good crowd on hand. 2-2 pitch. Curveball popped up. Second baseman Miller back. Plenty of room. Makes the catch. There's out number 1. It is going to bring up Dom Euro. Dom had the sacrifice bunt in the 3rd inning,
It'll be the shortstop,
which directly contributed to that run scoring, because Dom's sacrifice bunt put Mark DeYoung at 3rd, and DeYoung scored on the single by Dylan Harvey. 1 out. Dom stands in, left-handed batter, and he waits. The pitch to Euro. Fastball, and he fouls it off. Strike 1. Bottom half of the 5th, 3-1 lead by Chillicothe. The pitch to Euro. Line, fair, foul ball. At the 3rd base side. In defense of Euro, it looked like a fair ball inside the 3rd base bag. And I believe head coach Tim Epling agrees, but home plate umpire Ricky Thomason says no, it's a foul ball. So 2 strikes on Dom Euro. Dom stands back in. Euro plays at the University of Akron. He played college baseball out in California last season. Swing, line, caught. 3rd baseman Chad Roberts has it. And there's out number 2. I'm trying to remember the name of that town where Euro played in California. He told me. I'd never heard of it. Oh, and 2 outs, top of the batting order, and Dylan Harvey. Dylan has one of West Virginia's 3 hits. He is late on a fastball and swings and fouls it down the first base side. Strike 1. Dylan drove in the only West Virginia run with a single in the 3rd inning. The pitch to Dylan Harvey. Curveball high. The count 1 ball, 1 strike. Dylan now with 3 RBIs this season. A 1-1 pitch. Harvey holds up. Curveball high. The count 2 balls and 1 strike. Bottom of the 5th. Miners down by 2 runs. 3-1 the score. Chillicothe leads. 2-1 pitch by Derek Moore. Inside a fastball. That's called a strike. Inside half of the plate. The count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. On the 2-out batter here, Mr. Dylan Harvey. The pitch. Dylan looks at a breaking ball low, and there's a full count. That's the first full count that Derek Moore has worked. Moore has walked a batter. That was in the 3rd inning when he walked James Keller. 3-2 pitch to Dylan. Inside, ball forward, and there is a walk. It will bring the tying runner to home plate for the West Virginia Miners. And it's going to be Cal Hernandez.
He'll be the 2nd baseman from Dallas Baptist University, number 9, Cal Hernandez.
Cal has grounded to short, and he has tapped back to the mound, so he's 0 for 2. Cal stands in. Miners down by 2 runs. And here's Cal. Throw over to first. Back in safely is Dylan Harvey. And the pitch is fouled back on the 3rd base side. Strike 1. On Cal Hernandez. Cal, a left-handed batter. Derek Moore taking a long time. Now he sets from the stretch. He turns, pick-off play. Harvey back in. Harvey, I'm not sure I'm seeing this correctly, but I believe Dylan already has 8 stolen bases. Stretch, the pitch, there goes Harvey. The throw down to second is late. There's a stolen base brought to you by the Beckley Exhibition Coal Mine in the heart of the New River Park. Harvey at second. One ball, one strike. The count to Cal Hernandez. Cal waiting. Derek Moore from the stretch to pitch to Hernandez. Curve ball in there. Strike two on a 1-1 count. 2 outs here. Bottom of the 5th for the West Virginia Miners. They're trying to catch up to a 2-run deficit. Now the stretch by Derek Moore. The pitch to Cal. Pulled. Foul down the first base side. Down into the Chillicothe bullpen. The count is a ball and 2 strikes on Cal Hernandez. If Cal extends the bottom of the 5th inning, Hunter Vansall is waiting. And I'm sure that the Miners would love to get Hernandez on and bring Cal up with a couple of runners. The pitch to Hernandez off the plate. 2-2 the count to Cal. Hunter Vansall waiting on deck. Hunter hit a home run a couple of nights ago, a 3-run home run against the Richmond River Rats. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Hernandez. Curveball grounded softly to the second baseman, Grant Miller. He throws out Cal, and one second baseman retires the other, and that's all for the West Virginia Miners through 5 innings. It is still 3-1 Chillicothe.
All right,
from the Wooten and Davis Attorneys at Law broadcast booth, you're listening to West Virginia Baseball.
If there is an Emily Purdue in the crowd, Emily Purdue tweeted and told me that it was her grandparents' first minor game. Herschel and
getting the best deal on high-speed internet? Then you've got the itch to switch to Sudden. Your friends choose us because we make it fast and easy to connect to one another. Make that same smart choice by calling 855-885-2767. For just $35 a month when you bundle, you'll get true broadband internet with speeds starting at 50 meg. I bet you're really feeling the itch now. 50 meg Suddenlink broadband internet is 16 times faster than DSL, with enough bandwidth to stream HD movies, play games online, and power all your family's devices all at the same time. With us, there's no contract and no catch. Feel the itch? Why not scratch? Call 855-885-2767 and get the best deal on the best internet around. Switch to Suddenlink today. Expires 7/31/15. Price excludes taxes, fees, and surcharges. Includes monthly bandwidth allowance. Restrictions apply. See website for details.
Back to the action of West Virginia Miners baseball on 56 WJLS and WJLSAM.com.
The shortstop, number 3, Deion Tanzel.
The shortstop, Deion Tanzel, will lead off for the Chillicothe Paints to begin the top of the 6th inning. And here's Mr. Tanzel. Last time these two teams faced, Deion was the leadoff man. Tonight he hits third. The pitch in the air. It's going to be caught by center fielder Dylan Harvey. It is. Deion retired. There's out number 1.
Happy.
The live stream of tonight's game on 56WJLSAM.com is presented by Visit Southern West Virginia. Check them out online at visitwv.com. Chillicothe leads 3-1. The Paints, they bat in the top of the 6th, and here's Derek Hugg, their cleanup hitter. Derek reached on an error in the first, and he struck out swinging on a fastball in the 3rd inning. The fastball low here, ball 1 from Cody Artaleo, the pitcher, the starting pitcher, still out there for the West Virginia Miners. Artaleo into his windup, and the pitch. Popped up, shortstop Euro back coming on. The left fielder Hunter Vansall. The ball drops in between them, still running, going for second is Hugg. The throw is late by the left fielder Vansall. It's a double, or do they have him? No, it's a double for Derek Hugg. He just calls time to give his hitting gloves to the first base coach. First extra base hit by either team tonight. It's a double by Derek Hugg, and for Derek, that's his second double this season. So the Chillicothe Paints have a runner in scoring position, and it brings up Ryan Callahan. The pitch to Callahan, foul back, strike one. Top of the sixth inning, 3-1 Chillicothe. The Paints 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. West Virginia 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. The Paints scored all 3 of their runs in the first. 2 were unearned. However, they still count, of course. While West Virginia scored their run in the third inning, and that's where we are. And here's the pitch by Artileo. Swing and a miss at a sinking fastball. 2 strikes on Ryan Callahan. Callahan stands right up on top of the plate. Right-handed batter waiting. Here's the pitch. Callahan looks at a slider miss. The count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pretty good size on Callahan. 6'2", 200 pounds. Plays at the University of Toledo. They are the Rockets, I believe, aren't they? The Toledo Rockets. Artileo taking a long time. Now he has what he wants, the right-hander from the stretch, the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball, right center field. The right fielder, the center fielder converge. It's center fielder Dylan Harvey who makes a catch, and there was an instance right there of communication. They almost ran into each other, but Harvey makes a catch to retire Callahan. 2 down, the batter, Chad Roberts.
Now batting,
Chad is perfect. 2 for 2, 2 singles. He also has driven in 2 runs. Roberts stands in. And he waits a pitch to Chad. Fastball outside, ball 1. Roberts, a left-handed batter. Chad is from Wilmington, Ohio, and plays baseball in this state at Marshall. And he waits. The pitch on the way, outside, ball 2. I'm pretty sure Marshall played a game here on this field during the spring. So Roberts has experience here at Linda K. Epling Stadium. 2 outs, a runner at second. That's Derek Hugg. The pitch by Artileo. Inside half of the plate, a beauty. A fastball right up under the hands of Roberts. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning. Roberts calls time and he steps away from the batter's box. Now he stands back in. West Virginia's outfield is straight away. Derek Hugg takes his lead at second. Here's the pitch by Artileo. It is a fly ball, center field. It's going to be caught by Dylan Harvey unless he falls over. He doesn't. He makes a catch, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. And 1 man left. 5.5 complete. Still Chillicothe 3, West Virginia 1.
And you like music?
Wooten and Davis, attorneys of law, are here for you. Personal injury, criminal, contracts, and estate planning. If you want the attorneys that will go to bat for you, just like the West Virginia Miners, when you need the big hit or the big out, then you want the firm that makes the play in the clutch. That's Wooten and Davis in Beckley. Call 304-255-2188. That's 304-255-2188.
There's a magical experience that occurs when you hear the sound of savory beef on the grill. You can practically taste it. The crackle of a perfectly seared sirloin. The pop of the coals under a rub-crusted fillet. The sizzle of a sensational flank steak. Hear it, crave it, savor it. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
Enjoy the taste, compliments of the West Virginia Beef Producers Checkoff Program.
You're listening to West Virginia Miners Baseball on 56 WJLS and WJLSAM.com.
That song was Happy by Pharrell. Let's go Miners.
Bottom of the 6th inning, still a 3-1 lead by the Chillicothe Paints. And it's going to bring up here in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Miners, the heart of their order, with Hunter Vansall to lead off. It'll be the 3, the 4, and the 5 hitters at Vansall, Justin Paul, and then Zach Sterry to face the starting pitcher, Derek Moore, who has been stingy. Moore has scattered 3 hits. He's allowed 1 run.
Tickets to tomorrow's game. For the Miners at the plate.
Actually, that's unearned. So he's not given up an earned run. Moore has walked 2. He has not struck out, let's see, but 1. And here he'll pitch to Hunter Vansall to begin the home half to the bottom of the 6th. A pitch to Hunter is outside to the left-handed batter. And the count 1-0. Vansall has struck out and popped out. He's the only strikeout by Derek Moore tonight. The pitch to Hunter, swing and a miss, and the count is a ball and a strike. Derek Moore ready to pitch to Hunter. Breaking ball, and that's in there. I think the count was 1-1, so it should be a 1-2 count on Hunter Vansall. Derek Moore winds the pitch. Hit in the air, left field. Matt Eppers drifts around under it, plenty of room. He makes a catch that retires Hunter. And there's out number 1. West Virginia will play the Chillicothe Paints tomorrow afternoon, right here at Linda K. Epling Stadium at 2:05. The gates will open at 1. I'll be on the air at 2 with the Country Inn and Suites pregame show. Speaking of Country Inn and Suites, I'll have the Country Inn and Suites postgame show also. Country Inn and Suites on Harper Road in Beckley, the host hotel, the official host hotel of the West Virginia Miners. The pitch is outside, ball 2, 2-0 the count to Justin Paul. Justin has flied to right and grounded to second. The pitch, ground ball, hits the pitcher's surface. The third baseman, Chad Roberts, recovers. His throw is late. That ball went right up the middle. It looked like it may have hit the pitching rubber. Then the third baseman, Roberts, tried to recover, but too late. Infield base hit. Brian Bigham, the pitching coach, out from the first base dugout to talk with Derek Moore. And it's only for a conference. There's no one warming up for the Chillicothe Paints. Zach Sterry is due up. Zach is perfect, 2 for 2. 2 singles. They're going to make sure Moore is okay. They're going to let him make a couple of pitches. The trainer, Brian Bork, for the Miners, standing out front of the third base dugout, ready to be of assistance if needed. Derek Moore is okay. That line drive, I guess it maybe hit his foot. I thought it hit the pitching rubber.
Number 17, Zach Sterry.
And here's Zach Sterry to stand in. Zach singled in the 2nd, then he singled in the 4th. 3-1 lead by Chillicothe. West Virginia with 1 out and a runner at first here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The pitch by Derek Moore to Zach is a curveball outside for ball 1. One ball, no strike. Zach takes a fastball on the outside corner. That's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good pitch. Derek Moore peering in for the sign. Right-hander now turns a pickoff play at first. Justin Paul back in there in plenty of time. Justin with 4 stolen bases. He has a good lead. Sterry fouls away a fastball on the third base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Zach. Zach plays college baseball in Detroit at Oakland University. Hope you had a chance to hear his comments on the Country Inn and Suites pregame interview. Sterry had a big hit the other night against the Butler Blue Sox. Here he is in a position to have a second big hit of the week because West Virginia needs a run as the game starts to head toward the latter part. It's the bottom of the 6th inning. Great lead at first by Justin Paul. Let's see if he's running with 2 strikes. He is not. The pitch to Zach. Fastball out over the plate. Sterry fouls it back. And a couple of bat boys come racing out. One from third base, one from first base, trying to pick that foul ball up. That little bat boy on the first base side, he can't be more than 4 years old. Here's the pitch. Off the plate, the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3-1 Chillicothe, bottom of the 6th inning. West Virginia with a tying runner at home plate. Justin Paul, the runner at first. And the look in by right-hander Derek Moore. And there is no one warming up in the bullpen. It's up to Derek. Curveball hit in the air to right field. That ball begins to carry. Going back, the right fielder Derek Hugg. He won't catch up with it. Over to third goes Justin Paul. They'll hold him there. It is a double for Zach Sterry, his 3rd hit of the ball game. Head coach Tim Epling holding Justin Paul at third base. It's a double right there for Zach Sterry. Zach with his 5th double this season. The batter now is Ray Lopez. So Lopez with the tying runner standing out at second. Ray's going to stand in. The catcher, Drew Erie, is going out to talk with Derek Moore. And right on cue, I think Chillicothe is going to get somebody up in their bullpen.
For the Miners, the third baseman from VMI, number 7, Ray Lopez.
Ray stands in tonight. Lopez has flied to right, and he has reached on a fielder's choice. The pitch to Ray is a breaking ball low. Chillicothe brings their infield in about halfway. Runners at second and third. Justin Paul is at third. Zach Sterry is at second. Derek Moore, the right-hander, is ready. The pitch, Ray Lopez fouls off a fastball. Strike 1 on Ray. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chillicothe has a left-hander warming up in their bullpen. They're getting him ready. And I think if Derek Moore does not retire Ray Lopez, Chillicothe may go to their bullpen right now. Stretch, 1-1 pitch to Ray. Curveball, bounce to third baseman Chad Roberts. Chad throws to first. His throw is late. Scoring is Justin Paul. And the Miners now trail by 1 run, 3-2. Roberts hesitated ever so slightly. Ray Lopez beats it out, an RBI. Be it for Derek Moore. Brian Bigham, the pitching coach, strolling out from the first base dugout. He has not signaled yet. He wants to go to his bullpen. The catcher, Drew Erie, out there. Brian with his hands on his hips. Is he going to make a change or not? No indication yet. Bottom of the 6th inning. The Miners now trail by 1 run, 3-2. Home plate umpire Ricky Thomason will force the decision by Bigham. And Bigham is not going to his bullpen. He will stay with Derek Moore. But there is a left-hander in the bullpen. And should Moore not retire, Mark DeYoung, then I think that will be it for Derek Moore. The Miners now with a great opportunity. The tying runner is at third. The go-ahead runner on at first base. Mark DeYoung stands in. Mark has reached on an error, and he's lined out, so he is 0 for 2. And here's DeYoung. Mark with 3 RBIs. Lopez breaks from first to second. They've got him in a rundown now. Here comes down the line from third base is Zach Steary, but they have him out at home plate. So Steary caught stealing, but then after all of that, Lopez takes second base. So the tied runner is still in scoring position, but now there are 2 outs. It will take a 2-out base hit by Mark to tie this ball game. 3-2 Chillicothe. The bottom of the 6th inning. Derek Moore perhaps working his last inning. He sets his pitch to Mark. He is going to deliver a curveball across strike 1. The outfield straight up. Ray Lopez, the tying runner at second for West Virginia. Chillicothe leads 3-2. And a pitch on the way. Fastball inside half. Good pitch. 2 strikes on Mark DeYoung. Nothing in 2 the count to Mark DeYoung. He waits. The pitch. DeYoung swings a bouncer up the middle. Deion Tandle, the left, cuts to his left. The shortstop gloves and throws out Mark DeYoung, and that will retire the side. But the West Virginia Miners pick up a run on 3 hits, and they leave a man on at the end of 6. It is a close ball game. 3-2 Chillicothe.
Hess, Stewart, and Campbell, certified public accountants, can hit a home run for you and your business. Get your taxes, accounting, and audits done from the pros at Hess, Stewart, and Campbell. CPAs Charlie Cook, Jeff Mullahan, and Todd Robinson will make the right play for you. All you need to do is call them at 304-255-1978. That number, 304-255-1978. And let Hess, Stewart, and Campbell score the winning run for you.
The West Virginia Miners Baseball Club presents the second West Virginia Miners Golf Tournament on Monday, July 6th at the Golf Course at Glade Springs Resort. The entry fee for the scramble is $750 per team of 4, which includes green fee, cart, door prize, gift bags, and dinner. There is also a play with a minor option. For reservations, call 304-253-1996. Check, credit card, and cash accepted. Get your fortune together and play in the second West Virginia Miners Golf Tournament at the Golf Course at Glade on July 6th.
West Virginia Miners play here on 56 WJLS and WJLSAM.com.
3-2 ball game. A 1-run lead by the Chillicothe Paints as the game goes to the 7th inning. Chillicothe will have the bottom third of their batting order due up Hunter Prince, Drew Erie, and then Matt Eppers to face Cody Artuleo. So Cody's still out there. He has worked his way into the 7th inning. West Virginia had James Dubé warming up in the 6th inning, but Dubé doesn't come out of the bullpen. It's still the starter, Cody Artuleo, who has given up 1 earned run tonight. 5 hits. Cody has walked one and struck out 2. And on to the 7th inning, the game goes. Here's Hunter Prince, who has grounded to short twice tonight. One of those resulted in a 6-4-3 double play. That was in the 4th inning. And here's Hunter to stand in. Hunter Prince. Prince, a big right-handed batter. Hunter at 6'3", 235, plays at Western Michigan. And Prince will stand in. And the top of the 7th about to unfold with a fastball that Prince fouls up the first base side, strike 1.
Please, Retha Beard, you have won a prize this evening. Please go to guest services. Retha Beard.
Nothing in 1. They count on Hunter Prince. The outfield straight away for Hunter. Their pitch is a fastball inside the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. James Dubé is warming up again for West Virginia in their bullpen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Artileo ready. The young man from eastern New Mexico misses with a fastball low. The count 2-1. Cody is a communications major with an emphasis in public relations and will return for graduate school at Eastern New Mexico. He winds, 2-1 pitch. Fouled away. The count 2-2 on Hunter Prince. Lovely, lovely evening in Beckley. In the distance, you see the Bacchus Mountains. That is the mountain range straight out through the center field area. 2-2 the count. The wind-up to pitch by Artileo. Low for ball 3. That's only the second full count that Cody has worked. Drew Erie is on deck. And if Artileo walks Hunter Prince, Tim Epling might go to his bullpen here in the 7th. 3-2 pitch. Hunter Prince swings and misses. Strike 3. Third strikeout tonight by Cody Artileo. And there you have a strikeout brought to you by United Bank, where you never strike out when you open an account at United Bank. It brings the catcher up, Mr. Drew Erie. Drew plays at the University of Tennessee at Martin. Way out there in the western part of Tennessee. And I believe they are in the Missouri Valley. I think that's the conference. Swing and a foul back on the first base side. Strike 1. 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Chillicothe Paints. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for West Virginia. And the 0-1 pitch. Low, a fastball. The count 1 ball, 1 strike. Cody Artileo is beginning to miss with his pitches. He may be tiring out. And if he can get through the 7th, that might be all for him. And we'll see James Dubé in the 8th. The windup. Fastball low, the count 2-1. Artileo has done well tonight. I'm sure he'd like to pick up a win. His 2-1 pitch to Drew Erie is a fastball high, and when the fastballs begin to rise in the strike zone, that's usually a indicator that the pitcher is tiring a bit. It's not that warm of an evening, but Artileo has worked into the 7th. 3-1 pitch by Cody. Erie swings and misses at a sinking fastball. Now the count 3-2. Top half of the 7th, right here on the cusp of the 7th inning stretch. The 7th inning stretch always brought to you by BJW Printing. 3-2 count. Erie now steps out of the batter's box. Drew stands back in. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Ground ball right to the second baseman, Cal Hernandez. Cal just waits, lets the ball come to him. Then he makes quick work out of Drew for the 2nd out. It brings up the number 9 hitter, Mr. Matt Eppers, who singled in the 2nd.
Left fielder number 35,
and then Matt had a sac bunt in the 5th. So Eppers 1 for 1 tonight. Matt now 3 for 6 against the West Virginia Miners. Eppers stands in. He's a right-hander. Baseball player from Ball State University. And the pitch to Matt. He has a breaking ball across strike 1, caught the inside half on the right-handed batter, Matt Eppers. 0-1 the count. 0-1 the count. The wind up the pitch. Eppers showing bunt. It runs right through a fastball, so that's strike 2 on Matt. Not really sure why Eppers was doing that. Third baseman Ray Lopez is not that deep. Nothing into the count. Cody Artileo trying to strike out Matt and perhaps round out his evening. And he does. There's a strikeout. Brought to you by United Bank, where you never strike out when you open an account at United Bank. if that is the last inning of work for Cody Artoleo. He works a 1-2-3 top of the 7th inning. Time for the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by BJW Printing and Office Supply. Call about digital printing at 304-253-7361. I'll be back in a moment.
When it comes to office supplies and office furniture, go with the pros at BJW Printing and Office Supplies. Your office shopping made very easy, and get free delivery and setup. Get desk and workstation seating, conference and reception rooms, file and storage cabinets, and a whole lot more. If your office space is dull, then add some life to it with a call to BJW Printing and Office Supplies. That number, 304-253-7361. Let the pros go to work for you at BJW Printing and Office Supplies.
BJW Printing and Office Supplies print high-quality, affordable, and quick invitations for any occasion, plus business cards, letterheads, brochures, envelopes, custom forms, and also doing magnets. BJW Printing and Office Supplies can custom design and use your personal photos, plus a full range of full-color digital work. Call the pros at BJW Printing and Office Supplies at 304-253-7361. This month's special, color copies just 29 cents for 8.5 by 11 one side.
Now, back to the action of West Virginia Miners baseball on 56 WJLS and WJLSAM.com.
New pitcher, Bryce Arledge. Arledge, a left-hander. He's from right there in Chillicothe. He's just finished his sophomore year at Mount Vernon Nazarene University. Starting pitcher, Derek Moore. 6 innings, no earned runs, 5 hits, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. And now it's Arledge, and there you have a call to the bullpen. Brought to you by West Virginia Southern Regional Highway Safety Program. Their coordinator, Paul Bloom, says, please drive safely. Here's Arledge.
Ladies and gentlemen,
not Rune Arledge, but Bryce Arledge. Now, if you're a sports fan, Rune Arledge might ring a bell.
Number 36,
he pretty much created the way we watch sports. He pretty much developed Monday Night Football. Great sport innovator, Rune Arledge. But this is Bryce Arledge, who did pitch in that first game back on May 27th against the Miners.
From the University of Maryland,
and we only lasted about an inning and a third. And the first man he faced in that game was Mark DeYoung. He struck DeYoung out. The first man he faces here tonight is Mr. James Keller. The pitch to James is a fastball, letter high, strike 1. Bottom of the 7th inning, 3-2. A 1-run lead by the Chillicothe Paints. The pitch to James. Ground ball up the middle. That's going to be trouble. The shortstop, Deion Tanzel, bare hands the ball and still makes the play. That ball ricocheted off the mound. It looked for sure that would be a base hit, but give Deion Tanzel credit. He reacted quickly. So there's out number 1, and it brings up the number 9 hitter for the Miners, Dom Euro. Dom with a sack bunt in the 3rd. And then he lined out to third baseman Chad Roberts in the 5th inning. Euro stands in, left-handed batter out of the University of Akron. He waits. And the pitch, Dom lines a fastball to third baseman Roberts. The ball hits the dirt. Roberts recovers. Cannot make the throw, or did he? I don't think so. Dom is on. How are they going to rule this? Regardless of the ruling, it's an error on third baseman Roberts. But I was going to say, regardless, the tying runner is on.
WVU Tech, number 1, Dylan Harvey.
And it brings up Dylan Harvey. Dylan stands in, swings and misses. Strike 1 at a fastball. Three runs, 5 hits, 3 errors for Chillicothe. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for West Virginia. The pitch to Dylan. Swing and a miss at a curveball. The count quickly 0-2 on Dylan Harvey. Bottom of the 7th. West Virginia with the tying runner on. Arledge from the stretch, the pitch. Driven to center field, but it's going to be caught by Godman. He makes a catch. Dylan retired. One center fielder takes care of the other. That's out number 2. 2 down. Cal Hernandez will come up.
Batting for West Virginia, Playing second base from Dallas Baptist University, number 9,
Hernandez, who is a switch hitter, will bat right-handed now against Bryce Arledge. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. And the pitch by Arledge. Cal takes inside a curveball, ball 1. Hernandez has grounded out 3 times to short, back to the mound, and to second. Hernandez looking for his first RBI of the season. A 1-0 pitch by Arledge to Cal. Instead, there's a pickoff play at first. Back in safely is Dom Euro. I don't think Dom's going to be stealing with 2 strikes. With 2 outs. Miners down by 1 run, 3-2. And a 1-0 count here on Cal Hernandez. Stretch the pitch. Well, there he goes. The runner breaks at first. Cal swings. He drives a fastball up the middle. Rounding second. Euro a head first slide into third. I really didn't think Euro would be stealing with 2 outs, but he was, and he takes third on a base hit by Cal. West Virginia now has the tying runner at third base. 2 outs, runners on the corners action. Here's Hunter Vansall.
Miners playing left field from Dallas Baptist University, number 32, Hunter Vansall.
Vansall has struck out, he has popped out, and he has flied out, so he's 0 for 3. Hunter already with 4 runs driven in, and I believe this is just his 4th game with West Virginia. Pitch to Hunter. Swing and a miss at a curveball. He drove in 3, of course, on a 3-run home run against the Richmond River Rats 2 evenings ago. He also had a run in his debut. I believe that was on Wednesday night at Butler. Stretch, the 0-1 pitch to Hunter. The tying runner is at third. Swing and a miss. A big sweeping curveball. 2 strikes. I would not be at all surprised to see Bryce Arledge come back with that pitch. 2 strikes on Hunter Vansall. Runners on the corners for West Virginia. Stretch, the pitch. Vansall swings and misses at a curveball. He strikes out, and West Virginia leaves a tying runner at third base. From the Wooten and Davis Attorneys at Law broadcast booth, you are listening to West Virginia Miners Baseball on 56 WJLS and on WJLSAM.com. On to the 8th inning, still 3-2 Chillicothe.
When you stay at Country Inn & Suites by Carlson in Beckley, you are convenient to Tamarack, Briar Patch Golf Course, great restaurants, and within minutes of Epling Stadium. Make yourself at home in one of the 156 newly renovated guest rooms and suites. Complimentary wireless internet keeps you connected. Enjoy a range of recreational amenities, including an indoor-outdoor pool, fitness center, business center, conference center, and free parking. A complimentary buffet breakfast is included with your stay. Country Inn & Suites, exit 44 Harper Road, Beckley, 304-252-5100, or online at countryinns.com/BeckleyWV.
Fire, water, fire, water.
Down through the centuries, man has always strived to harness the natural elements and put them to good use, but it hasn't always been easy. Thank goodness Maudley's Plumbing and Heating came along. With years of experience, Maudley specializes in every area of plumbing and heating with the latest in technology. Whether it be troubleshooting, repair, and installation, call 304-253-HELP. And remember, it's not so easy that a caveman can do it.
You're listening to West Virginia Miners Baseball on 56 WJLS and WJLSAM.com.
At the end of 7 innings, it's 3-2 Chillicothe. And for the Chillicothe Paints, here in the top of the 8th inning, they're going to send up the top of their batting order, Jordan Godman, Grant Miller, and then Deion Tansel. And we have a call to the bullpen. And coming out for his first outing for the West Virginia Miners is their right-hander, Mahashi Sakamoto from Dublin, Ohio, a right-hander. He's a sophomore at the University of Akron. So we have a call to the bullpen brought to you by the West Virginia Southern Regional Highway Safety Program. Starting pitcher Cody R. Toledo worked 7 innings, swinging a pop-up in the infield. The shortstop, Dom Euro calling for it. He makes a catch. And there's out number 1. Godman is retired. And it's going to bring up Grant Miller. So Artuleo, the starter, 7 innings, 1 earned run, 5 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, and now it's Masashi Sakamoto. Sakamoto winds a pitch. Grant Miller squares the bunt. He bunts a fastball. Foul, strike 1.
Pitching now for West Virginia from the University of Akron, number 31, Masashi Sakamoto.
Sakamoto, a right-hander.
Number 5, Grant Miller.
Working here to Grant Miller. Miller has been hit by a pitch. He has flied out to right. He has grounded out to short. He hits a fastball in the air to left. It's hit high, but not very deep. Hunter Vansall barely moves. He makes a catch. There's out number 2. He's going to bring up Dion Tanzel. Dion 1 for 3 tonight with a single. Tanzel walks to home plate, taking his time.
It'll be the shortstop.
And guess what? Let's see now. Dion's probably going to face Sakamoto because Akron and Toledo, as far as I know, they're both in the Mid-America Conference. Curveball across, strike 1. So here's in microcosm, one reason these guys play summer baseball, they'll actually wind up facing each other, so they get used to facing each other. There are several reasons. So they play the game during the summer, which they give up a lot to do, by the way. They have to keep their skills sharp. They know they'll face some of these guys from their own conferences. The 0-2 pitch. Foul back, and the count remains 0-2. There are several collegiate summer league leagues, and I don't know if this is necessarily in order of importance, but the Cape Cod League. Here's a swing and a pop-up, foul territory. Third baseman Ray Lopez makes a catch, and that retires his side. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Chillicothe Paints in the top of the 8th inning from the Wooten and Davis Attorneys Law broadcast booth. You're listening to West Virginia Miners Baseball on 56 WJLS and also on WJLSAM.com.
Employment discrimination is illegal and takes many forms.
Religion, race, workers' compensation claims,
Gender,
age, disability. If you believe your employer has illegally fired or retaliated against you, contact us.
protecting your employment rights. Why we do what we do. The law offices of Stephen New.
Call Stephen New at 304-250-6017. 304-250-6017.
The Raleigh County Commission on Aging is here to help. If someone you love is in need of a different level of care, long before they'll even need a nursing home, the services of the Adult Daycare Program is your answer. They also offer support to the families and caregivers by offering a break from their responsibilities of caregiving. Caregivers have the peace of mind knowing their loved ones are receiving quality care in a warm, safe environment. For more info, contact Terry Tilley at 304-255-1397.
The West Virginia Miners play here on 56 WJLS and WJLSAM.com.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Miners down by a run, 3-2.
You'll get free tickets.
I be feeling like the man when I walk through. Can't stand what you're saying when I walk through.
Bottom of the 8th inning, 3-2 lead by Chillicothe, leading off for the Miners. It is going to be Justin Paul. Justin swings and misses at a curveball, strike one.
Paul from Eastern New Mexico University, the right
Justin plays his college baseball out in Portales, New Mexico, at Eastern New Mexico University. The pitch by Arledge. Breaking ball low, the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. 3 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors for the Chillicothe Paints. West Virginia, 2 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. So West Virginia has actually out-hit the Paints, but where it counts in the run column, the Paints lead 3-2. In fact, Chillicothe scored all 3 of their runs in the first inning. They've been relatively quiet since then with, well, let's see, just 3 hits since the first inning. The Miners scored a run in the third, and they also scored a run in the 6th inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count here on Justin Paul. For the Miners, Justin has flied to right, grounded out to second, singled, and scored 1 of the 2 runs. The pitch, foul back, first base side. Arledge, the left-hander, ready. The pitch to Justin. And an identical foul back. That foul ball made the parking lot where I hope when you come to a game, put your front windshield away from the field. 1-2 pitch. Foul back again. This is a very good at-bat by Justin Paul. Chillicothe has a right-hander in their bullpen. Bryce Arledge came on in the 7th. The starting pitcher, Derek Moore, pitched 6 innings and gave up 5 hits. 1-2 pitch again by Arledge. Curveball low, the count 2-2 to Justin Paul. The pitch is a curveball, and that's nubbed, foul down the third baseline where those 2 little bat boys go for it. I love seeing those bat boys. The helmets they wear about 5 times larger than they are. There are 2 in the third base dugout. There are 2 over in the first base dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count to Justin Paul. He waits. Here's the pitch. Justin takes a called third strike. Fastball inside half of the plate. He's caught looking. And that's out number 1 in the home half of the 8th for the West Virginia Miners. West Virginia coming into the game tonight on a 3-game win streak. They won the 2nd game against Butler on Wednesday night, and then they took both the Thursday and Friday night games against the Richmond River Rats. But here tonight in this opening game against Chillicothe, they're down 3-2. The batter now is Zach Sterry. Zach's perfect tonight. 2 singles and a double, although the single in the 2nd inning somewhat comical, maybe not for him, because he rounded first and for some reason kept going to second, and they Chillicothe had him out pretty easily. But I think in seriousness, Zach thought the cutoff throw had eluded the second baseman Grant Miller. 0-1 the count to Zach. Zach was on the pregame interview. Hope you heard that. Swing, bouncing ball, 2 hops to first baseman Hunter Prince. He beats Zach to the first base bag, and for the first time tonight, Chillicothe retires Zach. 2 outs in the home half of the 8th for the Miners, and the batter is Ray Lopez. Ray 1 for 3. He drove in a run with a single in the 6th. He also reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th inning. Out from the first base dugout, the pitching coach Brian Bigham is coming out, and I think he's going to go to the bullpen, and he is. This call to the bullpen brought to you by the West Virginia Southern Regional Highway Safety Program. Their coordinator, Mr. Paul Bloom, says, hey, everybody drive safely. I'll be back in a moment.
I'm Paul Bloom for the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Office. Law enforcement across West Virginia continues to work hard to keep you safe on our roadways by removing impaired drivers and ensuring that the motoring public is buckled up. Our mission to make our roadways as safe as possible for you and your family to travel will always be a priority throughout the Mountain State. Help us by buckling up and parking the phone before each trip. And if you should observe someone driving reckless or impaired, be sure to report the vehicle description and location to 911. Please drive safe.
Now, back to the action of West Virginia Miners baseball on 56 WJLS and WJLSAM.com.
Call to the bullpen. Brings in right-hander Derek Hendrickson from Centerville, Ohio. Hendrickson, his last name Hendrixon, Hendrickson is a sophomore at Heidelberg University. Let's see now. They have 3 players from Heidelberg University. But there's not going to be a test on that or anything. Here's Hendrickson. He relieves Bryce Arledge. Bryce worked 1 2/3 innings. He gave up a hit, no walks, and a pair of strikeouts. And Arledge did not allow a run. And now with 2 outs, it's the right-hander Hendrickson. And he's going to pitch to West Virginia's Ray Lopez. Ray flied out to right field to end the second. Lopez reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th. He singled and drove in the second Miners run in the 6th inning. Ray with 2 RBIs this week since joining the Miners. The pitch to Lopez. Curveball across, strike 1. Lopez tripled the other night over in, what's that place called? Butler, Pennsylvania, and drove in a run. He drove in a run tonight. High fly ball out of play down the right side. And they count 0-2. Now, please don't tell the Tourism Bureau of Butler, Pennsylvania made that comment. Nothing against Butler. In fact, I'm trying to think of the man's name from Pennsylvania who I think is going to run for president. He's from Butler. It'll come to me. He ran a couple of years ago. Very popular. What is that guy's name? The 0-2 pitch. In the dirt, 1-2 the count. It's a 3-2 ball game. Chillicothe with a 1-run lead as the Miners bat here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Trying to catch up, at least tie the game. As I said a moment ago, West Virginia on a 3-game win streak. The pitch down low, a fastball, the count 2-2 to Ray Lopez. Miners need a base runner to get that tying runner on. 1-2 pitch by Hendrickson. Call 3rd strike, fastball inside half of the plate. Good pitch. Lopez caught looking, and 1-2-3 go the Miners here in the bottom of the 8th inning. On to the 9th, still 3-2 Chillicothe.
Guest services on the first base side.
Saturday, June 6th, Grand Home Furnishings in Beckley will hold its annual Coal Miners and Veterans Appreciation Day. Miners and veterans receive 20% off any one item. All others receive 15% off any one item. The Beckley Exhibition Coal Mine will have displays. The Raleigh County Veterans Museum will bring a World War II Jeep and veterans in uniform of a World War II soldier and 101st Airborne Paratrooper. Bake sale and food on site. Johnny Stats and the Delivery Boys will perform along with Josh Pollard. That's Saturday, June 6th, Grand Home Furnishings, Industrial Drive, Beckley.
The Mountaineer Conference Center at Country Inn & Suites, Harper Road in Beckley, offers a convenient place for events, meetings, reception, or parties. The center's 3,100 square foot space can accommodate up to 300. They offer audio-visual, free high-speed internet, catering, breakout service, and more. The friendly, courteous, professional staff can assist you with planning and executing a successful event. For more information, call 304-252-5100. The Mountaineer Conference Center at Country Inn & Suites, Harper Road, Beckley.
You're listening to West Virginia Miners Baseball on 56 WJLS and WJLSAM.com.
Top of the 9th inning, still 3-2 Chillicothe. And here is Masashi Sakamoto. He'll start his 2nd inning of relief. I see the head coach Tim Epling talking with home plate umpire Ricky Thomas, and usually that indicates
our 50-50 winner is
a couple of defensive changes, but I don't notice any new players out there defensively for West Virginia.
Into the game to pitch for West Virginia, number 5, Calvin Coker.
Oh, check it. There it is. Calvin Coker has come out. He's on the mound. Pardon me. So Sakamoto pitched 1 inning. No runs, no hits. He didn't walk anybody. He didn't strike out a man. And now it's Calvin Coker. Pardon me, Calvin. And we've got a call to the bullpen brought to you by the Southern West Virginia Regional Highway Safety Program. Mr. Paul Bloom, their coordinator, always encourages everybody to drive safely. Here's Calvin Coker. Coker will pitch to Derek Hugg.
Right fielder number 32, Derek Hugg.
H-U-G, Derek Hugg. Derek reached on an error in the first. He doubled in the sixth. In between, he struck out. He's a left-handed batter. The pitch by Calvin. And it's a fastball off the plate, ball one. Coker, a slender right-hander. Although they don't really list Calvin's height and weight on the roster. He's the only one not listed. I wonder why. The pitch. Ground ball, base hit, single, center field. Derek is on. And right when the Miners really don't need to give up another run, Chillicothe has their leadoff man. Because the way the game is unfolding,
it'll be the designated hitter for the Paints.
A two-run lead might be magnified to seem like more. It's been 3-2 for quite a while. And now here's Ryan Callahan. I'm going to bet it's going to be bunting. He is. But he can't get the bunt down. He takes a fastball across, strike one. Top of the ninth. Chillicothe trying to get a runner in scoring position and score and take a two-run lead into the bottom half. Contrarily, Calvin Coker trying to hold this at a one-run deficit for the West Virginia Miners. Third baseman Ray Lopez tippy toes in. Here comes the pitch to Callahan. Check swing. Did he go around? No. Going to count a ball and a strike on Ryan. Callahan has one RBI tonight on a sac fly that was in the first inning. In fact, he has flied out to right, left, and center, so he's been very equal. Stretch, the pitch by Calvin. The runner at first breaks, swing and a miss. No throw to second. Derek Hugg steals second. And now the bunt doesn't need to happen because Derek Hugg is already at second. And Chillicothe has a runner in scoring position. Very important. 1-2 the count to Ryan Callahan. He is a right-handed batter. The pitch by Coker. Callahan pops up a fastball, first base side. Zach Steary is over. No. Can't make the catch. 3-2 Chillicothe. Chillicothe 3 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors. West Virginia 2 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. Right after the ball game, I'll wrap it all up on the Country Inn and Suites post-game show. Country Inn and Suites, the official host hotel of the Miners. And I'll give you the box score brought to you by Honey Baked Ham. Here is a 1-2 pitch to Callahan. Called third strike. He's caught looking. He's asleep at the wheel. And there's a strikeout brought to you by United Bank, where you never strike out when you open an account at United Bank. So there's out number 1.
Now batting will be the third baseman, number 15, Chad Roberts.
And it brings up third baseman Chad Roberts, who is 2 for 3, a pair of singles, 2 RBIs tonight. It also brings out West Virginia's head coach Tim Epling from the third base dugout. Can't really see if Tim has anyone warming up the bullpen or not. And apparently Tim's changed his mind. He turns around and walks back. So Calvin Coker will pitch here to Chad Roberts. Chad, 2 for 3, 2 singles. His single in the first inning drove in 2 runs. Coker from the stretch. Right-hander's pitch to Chad Roberts. In the air, right center field. Right fielder Justin Paul makes the catch. That ball hung in the air long enough. The runner at second, Derek Hugg, holds. There's a big out right there. So Coker trying to work out of this and make it or keep it at a 1-run ball game in the bottom of the ninth.
For the Paints,
the Miners will have the bottom third of their batting order. Mark DeYoung, James Keller, and Dom Euro due up. But if they could just keep it at a 1-run game, that's going to make a big difference. Here's Hunter Prince. Hunter is 0 for 3, 2 ground outs and a strikeout. Nothing to show for his 3 at-bats. Coker sets the pitch. Is fouled away, third base side, strike one. Calvin Coker drops down and throws underhand, and then he'll throw sidearm. Doesn't really have an overarm or a three-quarter arm slot, and he pushes off from the first base side of the pitching rubber. So he pushes off from that side and brings his arm around and releases the ball from the third base side. He took something off, swing and a miss, strike two. On Hunter Prince. Top of the ninth, 3-2. Chillicothe leads. Calvin Coker trying to erase that leadoff single by Derek Hugg. And the stretch by Calvin. His pitch. The runner at second breaks. Prince fouls up a fastball. First baseman Zach Steary over. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did. Right up against the first base dugout. Great concentration by Zach, and that's it. No runs, one hit, and one man left. For the Paints, on to the bottom of the ninth. The Miners need a run to tie it 2 to win. I'll have it for you in a moment.
All right, everybody, here we go.
This weekend at the Meadowbridge Drive-In, it's Pitch Perfect 2 and American Sniper. Movie starting dusk. Admission at $7 per person, with children 4 and under admitted free. Enjoy great movies and great concessions like made-to-order fresh baked pizza, hot dogs, barbecue, and of course hot buttered popcorn and soft drinks. This weekend, it's Pitch Perfect 2, rated PG-13, and American Sniper rated R at the Meadowbridge Drive-In. For more information, call 304-484-7878 or online at mvdrivein.com.
The Mountaineer Conference Center at Country Inn & Suites, Harper Road in Beckley, offers a convenient place for events, meetings, reception, or parties. The center's 3,100 square foot space can accommodate up to 300. They offer audio-visual, free high-speed internet, catering, breakout service, and more. The friendly, courteous, professional staff can assist you with planning and executing a successful event. For more information, call 304-252-5100. The Mountaineer Conference Center at Country Inn & Suites, Harper Road, Beckley.
Now, back to the action of West Virginia Miners baseball on 56 WJLS and WJLSAM.com.
Every home game during this season, some fan will be chosen to throw a Nerf football 105 feet through the window of a 2004 Chevy Cruze. And if they do it, they win the Cruze. That's by King Cole, your pre-owned superstore in Oak Hill. Bottom of the ninth inning, and for the Miners, it'll be Mark DeYoung, James Keller, and Dom Euro. Mark DeYoung
batting for West Virginia
is 0 for 3.
Hitter from Judson University, number 26, Mark DeYoung.
Mark stands in. Hendrickson, the right-hander, ready. Is pitched to Mark. Fastball off the plate, ball one. Derek Hendrickson starting his second inning of relief. Fastball, line, base hit, right field by Mark DeYoung. The Miners have the tying runner on to begin the bottom of the ninth inning. It will bring up James Keller. James walking down the third base side to talk with headman Tim Epling. And I think Tim's going to put a pinch runner in at first base. He is. And let's see who's going to go into pinch run. That's Ryan Watkins. Watkins will pinch run for DeYoung.
Into the game to run for West Virginia, number 6, Ryan Watkins.
And the batter is James Keller. Keller has walked. He has popped out and grounded out.
Number 13, James Keller.
Miners have the tying runner at first base. Just what they wanted to begin the bottom of the ninth inning. Keller taking a long look at Tim Epling. Now James stands in, right-handed batter. Pretty sure he's going to try to bunt. The stretch, the pitch. It is a fastball popped foul. He was trying to bunt. So the Miners' strategy is to get Watkins to second, get that tying runner in scoring position. You have to tie the game before you can win the game. And again, Keller steps out of the batter's box, looks down at Tim Epling. Tim coaching at third. Coach Danny Flores coaches at first. Here's the 0-1 pitch to James Keller. Keller squares. Fastball rides in on him. He has to jump out of the way and lay the bat on it and fouls it off. 2 strikes on James, so now will he be bunting with 2 strikes? Because if he is and he doesn't execute, then that's strike 3 and he's out. Bottom of the 9th inning, a 1-run ball game. Chillicothe 3, West Virginia 2. West Virginia with the tying runner at first. There's a pickoff play. Back in safely is Ryan Watkins. And I don't think Watkins is going to be stealing. Not here in the bottom of the 9th, and he represents the tying run. Stretch by Hendrickson, the pitch. Curveball off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes to James Keller. Dom Yero is on deck. There's the Miners bat in the bottom of the 9th, trying to tie the game and win the game. 1-2 pitch. Fastball. Keller fouls it off. That was right up around the letters. Good pitch. He missed it. Keller steps out of the batter's box and again looks at Tim Epling. Now James stands back in. A ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. The tying runner at first. And here is the pitch by Derek Hendrickson. Keller swings, ground ball to the right side. The second baseman, Miller, had to go to his left. So his only play is to throw Keller out at first base, and that'll do just as well as the bunt. Literally about another foot and a half to the right. If that ground ball had been to the right, I should say, Miller probably would have thrown to second and tried to go for the double play. It's a game of inches. Maybe you've heard that. But that ball was just enough to Miller's left, the second baseman, where he had to step towards first. So he would have had to turn and throw back across his body to go to second. And he made a smart play, a decision not to do that. But for the Miners, they get Watkins at second, so they have the tying runner at second. The batter is Dom Yero. Dom 0 for 2 with a sac bunt. Left-handed batter, the pitch to Yero. Curveball in there, strike 1. Dom's dad, Tony Yero, is here watching the game. And they are from the, I'm pretty sure, the Akron area. And Dom attends the University of Akron. The 0-1 pitch. Yero swings at a curveball. He missed it. The count 0-2. And Yero, no, he missed a good, well, not a good pitch, a pitch that fooled him. A good pitch by Hendrickson. 2 strikes to Dom. Dylan Harvey is on deck. Bottom of the 9th. Chillicothe 3. West Virginia 2. And the pitch to Yero. Dom pulls it on the right side. It might get through. It does. Rounding third. Here comes Watkins. A throw to the plate. Head for a slide. It's late. The game is tied. And now Yero's going to race down to second. He'll make it. So Yero with a single to tie the game. Scoring is Ryan Watkins. And then Yero alertly takes second base on the throw in from the right fielder, Derek Hugg. And now West Virginia has the winning runner at second base with 1 out. Top of the batting order. And Dylan Harvey. Dylan is 1 for 3. His single drove in a run into third. If he duplicates that here, the game is over. Bottom of the 9th inning. Miners have the winning runner at second base with 1 out. Batter Dylan Harvey. Dylan 1 for 3. And he waits. Stretching the pitch by Hendrickson. Driven foul. First base side. Strike 1. Bottom of the 9th inning. The Miners have tied the game. And here comes the 0-1 pitch to Dylan Harvey with Dom Euro, the runner at second. Fastball in there, the count 0-2. Inside half the plate. Great pitch by the right-hander Derek Hendrickson. Hendrickson from the stretch. The 0-2 pitch to Dillon. And Harvey swings, ground ball up the middle. Here comes Euro. He'll come in to score. The game is over. West Virginia wins in the bottom of the ninth, 4-3 on the RBI single up the middle by Dylan Harvey. 4-3. Miners win. The fireworks go off in the distance. I'll take a break, and then I'll wrap it up on the Country Inn & Suites postgame show in a moment.
Wondering if you're getting the best deal on high-speed internet? Then you've got the itch to switch to Suddenlink. Your friends choose us because we make it fast and easy to connect to what matters. Make that same smart choice by calling 855-885-2767. For just $35 a month when you bundle, you'll get true broadband internet with speeds starting at 50 meg. I bet you're really feeling the itch now. 50 meg Suddenlink broadband internet is 16 times faster than DSL, with enough bandwidth to stream HD movies, play games online, and power all your family's devices all at the same time. With us, there's no contract and no catch. Feel the itch? Why not scratch? Call 855-885-2767 and get the best deal on the best internet around. Switch to Suddenlink today. Expires 7/31/15. Price excludes taxes, fees, and surcharges. Includes monthly bandwidth allowance. Restrictions apply. See website for details.
You're listening to West Virginia Miners Baseball on 56 WJLS and WJLSAM.com.
I know there's more.
Welcome back to Linda K. Epling Stadium, and welcome to the